1.17.2 has just been announced officially by the TurtleWoW development team, and there are some amazing and exciting details in store for us. Classes are getting completely overhauled, but more so, even the vanilla racial abilities are finally being updated with some very thoughtful improvements. Let's go ahead and take a look. Human racial abilities were often considered to be better in PvE than they were in PvP, and a lot of this is going to remain the same. You'll notice that we're not changing perception here, so the TWoW devs have kept true to that. Human spirit still remains, however they're being improved, so now it's more of a skill check. When you use perception, now you gain a 2% physical and spell critical strike chance, which is pretty huge, and human spirit allows you a 5% mana regen to continue during combat. This is a pretty big change because most people I know would choose Gnome outright as their choice for caster class, but now with the upcoming changes that they're announcing with classes on this 1.17.2 update, your 5% regen during combat will stack with those other abilities, so it becomes a way more interesting and thought-provoking choice. Dwarves were always very solid as a vanilla choice. They had frost resistance, they could find treasure, they had gun, specialty, but it always felt a little lacking for those dwarves who were casters, and the reason for that is stone form. So these updates are going to be great because now stone form reduces all physical damage taken instead of just increasing your armor by 10%, which if you're wearing cloth is almost next to nothing. So overall, very good direction for the dwarves. Night Elves are only receiving 2 updates in this upcoming patch, one of which is quickness, gaining an attack, casting, and move speed increase by 1% that stacks with all of your other equipped items, and Shadow Meld is now being changed. Instead of being a 10-second cooldown, it's going to become a 3-minute cooldown. So using Shadow Meld is going to have to be more precise. If you use it for PvP ambushes, if you use it to escape oncoming enemies, you better be sure that your timing is right. Gnomes' cooldowns are going to be increased slightly. That's because Escape Artist has been incredibly powerful. Some would say too powerful. 1.5 minutes is still very lenient, but it's still following in the original footsteps of Vanilla's design, and it's not too great or drastic a change. Arcane resistance will be removed, but this is in line with other races that have also had their resistances removed. It's a design decision the TWoW devs are going in, and instead they're going to replace it with abilities that do damage. So gnomes get disassembler, meaning they do more damage to mechanical creatures, 5% more. High Elves are receiving considerable updates with vast improvements to Quel'Drai meditation. Now activating after 1.5 seconds of cast time rather than a channel for 5 seconds, and now generating more resources for your character. Additionally, the cooldown has been reduced to 3 minutes, and for those of you who play High Elf Warriors, that rage that you generate using Quel'Drai meditation will take longer to subside. Arcane resistance has been removed for High Elves and replaced with Swiftness of the Rangers. Swiftness of the Rangers increases your agility by 2%. This is amazing considering how well this will scale with a lot of gear. So if you're looking to build a character with high dodge chance, high crit chance, your viability will be excellent. Orcs. Blood Fury now increases attack power and damage by magical spells based on your level instead of a flat amount, so that it scales more effectively. And Hardiness reduces the duration of all stuns now by 15%, instead of just having a chance to resist stuns by 25%. Trolls were often regarded as the worst race that you could possibly choose in World of Warcraft, and the devs of TWoW have done a lot to make them better, but life is about to get even greater because Although berserking has been reduced to 10 to 15% attack and cast speed, if you look at regeneration, you now regain 20% health, and 25% of that health regen can continue during combat. This is a vast and drastic improvement that may warrant re-rolling a character to attain. Will of the Forsaken has often been considered a broken ability in World of Warcraft. If you got feared the moment you did and for the entire duration of that fear, you could break out of it at any moment. It needed to be reworked so that it felt more skillful to use, and this is the perfect answer. You still have access to that ability, but you require more awareness. If you are paying attention, you can prevent any crowd control from happening to you, but if you fail, you cannot use Will of the Forsaken. This is going to be great for players who want to flex their skill as an undead. Shadow resistance has been removed, but you've gotten vengeance instead, which is considerably good since many classes have talents that allow them to do damage to humanoids as well, giving you a stacking benefit and an increased reason to choose undead for your build. Many Taurens are already very satisfied with the updates they've received thus far on TurtleWoW. And this update you're about to receive is only going to reduce the duration of your war stop to 4 seconds and prevent you from using it if you're under the effects of crowd control. So this update looks directed at PvP players. Last but not least, my Goblin enjoyers out there, rejoice because exit strategy has been reduced from 5 to 3 minutes on your cooldown, making it usable more often. Additionally, your prospecting can be used on jewel crafting, not just mining now. And your chemical super freak will be removed in the next update. Overall, a very good improvement.